Welcome back to TM Nerdy. As always, I am the man, TM. Today, I have a special guest. He's been in this YouTube game for a while. He's been collecting for ages since the dinosaurs were around. He's mostly a Marvel reader, but don't let that fool you. He does delve into DC and some indies, Image, you know it. He does love my man, Shadowhawk. So let's delve into this guy's head and see how he got started, what kind of TV shows is he into, cartoons he grew up with, everything nerdy. And we'll finally get to know the question, is he messing with me? Let's bring out Sam from Sam's Tangled Web.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, my man?
It's going well. It's going well.
That is awesome, man. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? I'm going to big screen you now. So you let everybody know a little bit about you before we delve into some questions.
Okay. Well, I've been doing this YouTube thing for a little over 15 years. And I've been, into comic books and things like that for just about my whole life, and it's been a awesome, fun time. So
that is awesome, man. So let's delve into like how you got started into collecting. Like, what are some of the first runs that you picked up?
Well, let's see. I'd have to say, like, first runs I picked up were like Incredible Hulk, like back in the days, to collect pretty much strictly Marvel, because I every now and then I might get like a DC book from a friend or a relative, but Incredible Hulk, we'll get into Amazing Spider-Man, some Avengers, X-Men I would get into a little later, but that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So who are the first writers that you fell in love with, like that you were like, okay, this is my writer, this is who I'm going to go after from now on, everything that he writes I'm picking up?
Okay. Probably there's a writer called Roger Stern. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's written like Avengers, Amazing Spider-Man, some Incredible Hulk. So anytime he did something, I would pick it up. Yeah.
So when did he stop writing?
I think he stopped writing in. I mean, I've seen him doing spotty stuff here and there, but I haven't seen him do anything in the past 10 years. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving away from writers that you followed, who is like, let's name your top 5 favorite artists.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Sal Buscema. I mean, if you happen to see any of my videos, you just might happen to see me talk about him. John Romita, Todd McFarlane. Shoot, let me see, 2 more. I'm gonna go with John Byrne and Mark Silvestri. So,
Are you sure you're not missing anybody else?
I'm sure I'm missing quite a few, but those
like
are the
somebody
ones
that you told me to go back and read. Fantastic Four. I asked you, whose run should I pick up first? I said John Burns or
George Perez.
George
Yes.
Perez. There you
yes,
go.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. See, maybe I am messing with you. I don't know. So
there you guys have it. He is messing with me.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. So, like, what are you currently reading?
Um, you know, I'm currently reading that something is killing the children. That's
Oh, not a Marvel title, an
it's
Image
yeah,
title,
yeah. It's very good. You
or
know,
Boom title, sorry.
yeah, yeah. And I am reading Immortal Hulk. That's getting ready to wrap up, and got Amazing Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. You know, I mainly stick with Marvel though. Yeah,
But you do like some Image, like
I do.
you grew up with a lot of picking up like Shadowhawk and Wildcats, you said.
I
And
did.
what other Image titles did you fall in love with in the 90s?
Youngblood, Brigade, Wildcats, Supreme, uh, you know, uh, Cyberforce, um, all of them. I loved them all. I was an Image guy back then.
So it wasn't
So
Sam's Tangled Web, it was Sam and Spawn's
it was a bit, yes, yes,
Tangled
yes.
Cape.
It would have been a different. It would have been a different show back then if I had my YouTube back then.
Oh, 15 years ago. Yeah, I guess the 90s was quite a while. Nobody realizes how long ago it was.
Yeah, it makes some of us feel old. So
Dad? I mean, sorry, go
no, oh,
ahead.
yeah.
So you love the 90s Image titles and stuff. When did you drop the Image and stick to just strictly Marvel? I know that you don't really pick up that much DC besides like maybe Batman.
Yeah, I've only well, I've only picked up some lately. I've only picked up some Batman or Flash if there's a facsimile issue or a DC had their dollar comics, and I would pick some of those up. But yeah, I think I dropped Image though, like in the late '90s.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so so I
That's
was there at the beginning, but then I fell away.
so
So
what is like are you reading any Image right now or anything that you should possibly
I
be picking up? You're not picking up
no
uh,
like
what about Beast Wars?
no, I'm not. I'm sorry that
It's all right.
I'm a generation one Transformers. I'm not into the Beast Wars. So
That's all right. To each their own. I love Beast Wars. It takes place just like the TV show. Speaking of TV shows,
okay,
let's flip the script. Let's stop with the comic talk for a little bit.
all right.
Let me know what kind of cartoons you grew up with, or
Oh,
late early TV shows. I don't care if it was back in the 70s, the
oh man.
50s.
Oh, I'm not that old. Come on now, stop it. No, but I mean, growing up, cartoon wise, watched Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and then you had your He-Man and Master of the Universe, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, um, all that good stuff. And then like sitcoms, I grew up with, Three's Company, and Growing Pains, Cheers, stuff like that. So,
I love Three's Company. I was waiting for
yeah.
you to say Gilligan's Island.
Well, I got into that a little bit later. Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
A little bit later
Yeah.
in life. So out of those cartoons that you mentioned, which out of that list, name
Yeah.
two that you could not miss. You had to watch them every week. If you missed it, you'd be like inconsolable for days.
Um, that would be probably Transformers and GI Joe. Yeah.
Those were your top two. So are you
Yeah.
picking up any Transformers comics at all?
I am not, and that is probably a bad thing on my part. I really should be, but yeah,
Don't feel bad. I
yeah,
should be picking. There was like Transform or My Little Pony or My Transformers, Back to the Future that came out, and I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
yeah. That
And
looks cool.
I didn't pick it up, and I can't find it anymore. So
Yeah,
I should have.
I saw a. And speaking of that, I saw a shop that was here locally that was selling uh, a few of those the transform. The Back to the Future car that transforms. They were selling those, and I'm like, I gotta get down there and get one of those.
How much were they selling them for?
Oh man, I don't know, but they had a few of them, and I'm like, I gotta get down there soon. So,
Yeah,
so
so it's the DeLorean that
yeah,
turns into. Yeah, that would be
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Well, speaking of movies, you've mentioned that you like Back to the Future. What are some of the favorite movies that you grew up watching?
Oh, well, Back to the Future is one of the tops. Um, but besides that, I'd have to say, you know, Jurassic Park was up there, Indiana Jones, um, Top Gun, you know, stuff like that. Yeah,
Top Gun. What was like the
yeah.
first movie? May it be like an animation, because like first movie that you fell in love with as a kid.
Oh man, first movie I fell in love with as a kid. I it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna have to go with Cannonball Run. You ever heard of that one?
No,
It's
Cannonball Run.
yes, it's got Burt Reynolds. It it's all these people. They enter a race to go clear across the country, and it's funny and crazy. Yeah, you might like it.
I'll have
Yeah.
to write that down.
Okay.
All right. Moving on, moving on. Is there any current movies that you've been watching that you're loving? Any current TV shows that you're watching and you're loving? Spread it out as long as
Um.
you want. This is
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Well, I watched that. Watched Mandalorian. That's a great 2 seasons now of that, and that's awesome.
It made us
And
fall back in love with Star Wars.
it really did, because it was hard, to watch a few of these late movies that they kind of they didn't quite do it for you, but Mandalorian recaptured that feeling, I think. But besides that, I've watched the new Modoc. You see that show with Modoc?
I watched the first episode. By the time this probably airs, I probably would have caught up on it. So yeah.
It's pretty funny, pretty funny. I watched Invincible. See, everybody should be proud of me. I watched something independent. See that? So
Now, to be fair, it's kind of like Spider-Man. So
a little bit,
a little.
but bloodier and more violent. So
Now, what was your thoughts on the length of the show? Did you think that it was too long, or
I wanted it to keep going. I was like, "What? That's the end of it? Come on!"
that's how I felt like
So,
the last episode, that I felt like it could have been longer, but like the
yeah,
episodes is like, this is way too long for me.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I was shocked. I was like, it made me want to like go find some of these books, about it and stuff. So
Yeah, that's with a lot of people. They're like, we love the show. Like we didn't watch or read the books when they came out. Now we want to go find the books and delve into
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. So
Right
I
on.
mean, yeah. But besides that, I like to watch my you know reruns of Seinfeld or some of these other shows that I like to catch. Watch my wrestling. I wa- I watch wrestling, so
Brother Joe, did you hear that? He loves his wrestling.
I do.
You need to be on that show with Brother Joe and Herm. They're going to do a wrestling show here in the future. And I think
What?
you'd be awesome to be on
Oh,
that. Maybe Bueller too. Bueller's
oh
a
yeah,
wrestling fan.
he's huge, huge wrestling fan. Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, before we get back into the TV shows, who are your favorite wrestlers of all time? Since we're on the
Oh,
subject,
oh man, gotta go with Macho Man. Gotta go with Hulk Hogan. The Rock. Um, you know, people like that. I could name them all. Come on.
what? No Bret Hart? Come on now.
But okay. You got to show a Canadian love. That's true. Bret Hart, Owen Hart too. Owen Hart.
Mm.
Yes. So
So back to TV. I talk about this with like every one of my guests here because it eventually gets brought up when we're talking about TV. But Marvel's
okay.
Agents of Shield. What were your
Yes.
thoughts on that?
You're gonna be surprised. Uh, I have not watched very many episodes of it. To be honest, I
Sam,
need
come
to.
on now. Like it's Marvel.
I need to sit down and watch those. I haven't watched a lot of that, so I don't know.
It's on Disney Plus. All I'm saying is you need to
I
delve
know.
into it. Get past the first couple of seasons. It does run
Pick.
a little slow at points, but as soon as it gets into that framework part of the show, it
Yeah.
does. It goes into like a what if scenario. They're in like what if Hydra um, took over from Shield? Like what if they won?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what the episode's about.
How many episode or how many seasons is it?
I think 7 or 8.
Wow, that many. Okay.
People
Okay.
people say how bad it is, but how did it get so far? There
That's
was a
true.
fan
That's true.
base, and there
Yeah.
still is a fan base because myself, I like it. Herm likes it. Fantastic girl, Gabby, Station. If you're watching, she was
Yeah.
like one of like the second person I had on chatting with the comic community.
Okay. Yeah, because for a while I was uh kind of away from the whole comic scene and stuff like that, and I I believe I told my mom to watch that show. So I think she watched it. So I need to sit down and watch it. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So, like, what are your top favorite Marvel movies of all time so far?
Uh, oh, you're gonna you're gonna ask me this, and oh man, I'm getting ready to do a show with Herm, and we're gonna be talking about this. Okay,
Oh, are you guys
yeah,
like? Oh,
yes,
well,
yes.
guess what? This will be after the show. So
Okay,
this will be
okay,
after. So
okay.
I'm not
So
stepping
I
on his feet. Sorry,
so
Herm.
I so I will pretend that I did not say that or whatever, and I will I will just go on and say, uh, like one of my favorites of all time is Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. I really like that one. And then I have to go with First Avengers. Really like that one. And the first Iron Man was really good. Um, and then after that, I'd have to go with Thor Ragnarok. I
Thor
really like that.
Ragnarok was really great. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that one. Out of the Thor movies, that was the definitive one.
yeah, yeah.
What about Howard the Duck? First Marvel movie.
Well, um, It's okay. It's not one of my top though. So
Are you picking up Howard the Duck?
am I? What do you mean picking up?
Have you picked up like Howard the Duck comics at all?
Oh yeah, I got like a couple of trades of the
Oh,
back of the How the Duck series. Yeah,
I
so
didn't know that you were that big of a fan.
I am. Yeah,
And of course,
the comic, not so much the movie. The comics.
and it, yeah, the movie was kind of weird.
Yeah,
Um, what about Blade? Blade was an amazing movie for Marvel as well during the years. It was one
he
of the, it
he
was
was.
considered one of the first. Like set aside Howard the
That's true.
Duck, nobody really wants to consider that the first Marvel movie. They want to consider
Yeah,
Blade the first Marvel movie.
yeah. Well, yeah, Blade. I believe I believe I saw all three of those in the movie theater, and it was great. It was great.
All three. There's only two Blade movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you okay. You don't consider that one a movie.
What are you talking about?
The 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 one the one with the lady and the funny dude. You don't remember?
Anybody
No?
watching, if you know what he's talking about, I have no idea. I didn't know that there was a third Blade movie, but moving on.
Okay. Okay.
So let's talk about what kind of DC books you pick up besides Batman. Is there anything that you've fallen in love with throughout the years, picked up on a regular, maybe Teen Titans, maybe something different?
Well, as long as you don't say Superman, that's yeah. Don't say Superman.
You don't
No,
like Superman?
not really a big fan. Superman. But no, I picked up some Flash. You know, the Flash. I somebody in the community has introduced me to the Flash TV show, and I got into that a bit, and I'm reading some Flash, and it's a pretty cool character. And I've picked up some Batman here and there. So,
Anything? What about this new Wonder Girl that we have? Are you picking up her, Yara Flor?
excuse me, I don't. What are you talking? You're speaking another language. I don't know what you're.
All right. After this stream, we need to talk about Yara Flor. I'm going to educate you on her. She's the up and coming Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, Magic Lasso, if you're watching this. Yara Flor is the definitive Wonder Woman.
Well, okay, but then can I talk to you about Darkhawk?
Well, that was Sam from Sam's Tangled Web.
What? What? Can I ask what is the deal with you and Darkhawk?
It's because people get Shadowhawk and Darkhawk confused all the time. So that's
Oh,
why.
well, no. I would never do that because they're two completely different characters, and I think people who get them mixed up are out of their minds. So
You hear that, Herm?
yeah, so you can't get them mixed up. Come on. So,
You tell him. You tell
yeah,
Herm.
yeah, I will.
That's awesome. So you were talking about the Flash TV show. Is there any other
Yes,
DC shows? I love the Flash. I will always stick with the Flash. I'm that type of person. It's not like reading a comic book.
yeah,
It's there. It's on TV. You can watch it. It's free if you
yeah.
have cable. And plus it shows up on Netflix. I'm not sure if it does that in the US or not, but it does it in Canada. It shows up 2 days later on Netflix.
Okay.
Is there any other DC shows that you're watching?
Well, not really. No, unfortunately, no. I have watched DC movies. Does that count?
That does count. Let's get into
No.
those.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched I've watched all the original Superman, even though he's not one of my favorites. I've watched him. Watched all the. I pretty think I've pretty much watched all the Batman movies. It seems like, um, you know, uh, Wonder Woman. Watched the both Wonder Woman movies now. So, yeah.
What did you think of the second one?
Um, I think I liked the first one better. So,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
good, but it could be better.
that's true. Yeah.
Let's talk about like some of the older TV shows that were like only on for a short time. There was Birds of Prey. It was an old
Okay.
90s TV show. Were you into that at all?
No, but I did watch Smallville. Does that count?
Oh my god, I love Smallville. Let's talk
Okay.
about that for an hour.
Oh, I don't know if I could talk about it for an hour, but
Last of 10
yeah.
seasons, we can do it.
I mean, they had pretty good music on there.
All the
Um,
best.
I mean, uh, that Tom Welling guy, he did a great job. And
Yeah, he was made like he was a model before he became into the role, and then he tried it out.
okay,
And like
okay,
throughout the years, his chest just kept getting bigger and bigger till like now
yeah,
he's huge. He was in Lucifer
like
not too long ago.
like he could literally be a Superman now. So,
Yeah. Well, actually, I
yeah.
think it almost feels like he's too big.
He's too big.
That's weird, eh?
Like he's all jacked up on something, right?
He's all jacked up on.
On something,
Mm.
right? Mm.
But yeah, no, he was perfect. I liked Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. That was a great choice for Lex Luthor. And he
Yeah.
didn't wear a bald cap; like he had to shave his head every day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so I did grow up with that. Like I think it came out right. I think I was like 15.
Oh, I was gonna say you were like 5 years old, maybe. Something- because you're such a young guy, right?
I'm not that young. I'll be
Okay.
I'll be 32 on July 5th.
Oh, you've made it into your 30s. Well, good for you.
Yeah, I don't look it, but I
No.
do feel it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So, any movies that you're so pumped for coming up?
Uh, wow. I gotta go with the new Spider-Man movie that is going to be coming. Looking forward to that.
Wait, now there's two Spider-Man movies coming. There's Into the Spider-Verse
Okay.
2, and then
Yeah.
there's the one with Marvel Sony, the live-action one with Tom Holland. Which one are you most excited for?
The Tom Holland one. So, yeah.
All right, did you hear about the news of the casting for Jessica Drew?
I think I did. I think I did.
What do you
Yeah.
think? Do you know that actress at all? Or
I I don't, but I'm just looking forward to seeing how she does with the role. So,
yeah, that one's for the Into the Spider-Verse 2, so it'd be animated, so it's not
yeah.
live action.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the Into the Spider-Verse #1?
I definitely did. Yeah, because it took me a while to grow into appreciating Miles Morales as a character because he came from the ultimate universe, and I wasn't really into that when it first started and stuff, and then they brought him over into the mainstream 616 Marvel, and I started getting into him, and he's really really cool character.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm so pumped for that movie. That like changed. That was better than I expected it to be. Like I watched it, the soundtrack of that movie, like in
Yeah.
certain scenes, it just worked. The voice characters were just amazing.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
So that made that work, and like it made Miles Morales like more well known from that movie because you had everybody and their kid loving it.
Yeah, yeah. It's I couldn't believe how great the animation was, and it's just I was just blown away. I was like, whoa, this is like a step forward, you know. So
And like gets you like, and I wonder how it's gonna like be connected because we're gonna get a multiverse of madness coming with Doctor Strange. So
yeah.
we're kind of get a glimpse into how that's gonna work. But that was with Sony. How's it gonna work with Marvel? Marvel
Oh,
probably
I
is
don't
gonna
know.
do a fan freaking tastic job, but I
I think so.
wonder if we're gonna get like Peter Porker in like Marvel movie someday.
Oh man, I don't even know how that would be interesting. Yeah. So
That would be interesting.
yeah.
So let's move on to like how you got started into YouTube. I'm curious onto that. I don't think I've tried to ask people, they're not sure. But like what gave you the passion to be like, I'm gonna do some YouTube, I'm gonna do some comic content on YouTube. How did that all begin?
Um. Well, you know, I mean, this is way back. You know, I mean, YouTube was just a baby. You know, when I first started checking it out and stuff, and then I don't know. I just thought, you know, hey, get some kind of camera or something, set it up, just talk about comic books, talk about something that I like, and you know, maybe uh, people will want to check it out. So
So how did you meet Bueller before you started your YouTube or after? Bueller hasn't been in the hasn't only been going for what? How long he has he been going?
2018,
Okay.
yeah,
And you've been on it since what?
since 2006.
2006. So how did you and Bueller connect?
Well, I I saw this commercial for a comic shop, which is a little unusual because you know you don't really see commercials for like comic shops at all. At least I never have. But uh, I went down, you know, one day to the shop, and I'm like, "Hey, thought I would check out your shop, you know, because I saw a commercial." And then I also I was saw some YouTube videos that this guy just started doing, and I'm like, yeah, some guy named Bueller also mentioned your shop, and he pointed to the corner. Oh, you mean that guy over there? And there's Bueller, like larger than life, like a big old Sasquatch, and you know that's how we managed to hook up. So
So how did that relationship start? Just be like he started following you
just
around
I,
because
yeah. Well, he would say I started following him around, you know, and stuff. But you know, I would go and maybe hang out with him like once or twice a month or something, and we started talking and stuff, and eventually here and there we would do some you know videos together, and it was good friendship. Yeah.
and that was the birth of the BS show.
Yeah, well, yeah, that there was some of that in there too. Yeah, because we had
which
to.
which needs to come back. I'm just saying, Bueller,
Oh
if
yeah,
you're
I
watching
know.
this, do it.
I would I would like to do some more BS shows here eventually too. So it's got it. I think it'll happen here sometime down the road. So
Let's make it happen. It's out there
yeah,
right now. It's
yeah.
hashtag bring back the BS show.
Wow, I like that. Yeah.
So you make sure that Bueller watches this. This it will be out on what day? That's funny. It'll be out on a Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but
Okay.
next Wednesday for us.
Okay.
For you guys
Okay.
watching, I just confused you guys all.
Yeah. Whoa. Time differences and days. And, oh.
So yeah, that birthed that, and then
Yes.
did Bueller know
Because
Bob before he knew you, or was that later on?
no. He met me first, and then like a year later, or so he met Bob, and he met Sleepy Reader, um, and yeah, we kind of formed this whole Portland comic crew thing, and yeah, it's pretty awesome to have people in the area that you can get together with.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
And that you guys all found each other through this community, and we're
yeah,
all so close to begin with.
yeah.
And, and like all of us now are getting connected with people from all over the world because of this
Yes,
platform. This is
yes,
like the best way to do it. I talk to you guys almost every day.
yeah.
Big Herm, Fable, freaking Missing Link, who is Stefan, John Thomas, Bobby the Legend, Brother Joe, Talkie616, Nick from Comic Culture, Tomorrow Cinema, Manny, and of
Yep.
course Bueller,
Yeah.
Bob, if I can do that
Bob.
right, Bob right there. We got
Yep.
Robbie from Pop Culture
Of
Philosophers. We got
course.
all of these people that we've met through this community. Like I've got to sit down with Trish Forstner, sit
Yeah.
down with Charlie McElvey from a current Kickstarter. On June
Yeah.
30th, I'll be sitting down with writer of Beast Wars. So I'm pumped
Okay.
for that as well. So like
That's awesome.
you think like all of this COVID stuff happened, and now we're like we've built a kind of community
Yes.
by being safe in our homes, but we're
Yeah.
still connecting with people at this time of we felt disconnected from the world.
Yeah. I agree with that, and I I am I feel like I'm truly uh, blessed to know so many awesome people in the community. So.
Station. So we still got another like 12 minutes. What do you want to talk
Okay.
about? What do you like? Open it up.
Oh.
Let the
Okay.
world know about stuff that we don't know about you. That's what this is all about. I want to pick your brain
Okay. Pick. Pick.
without dissecting it.
Okay. Okay. Because that could be really painful. Okay. So no. I've been. I don't know if you could tell, but I actually like to walk out in nature. I don't. Maybe people have seen that. I like to walk out in nature. Uh, I like to read other things besides comics. I like to read science fiction, um autobiographies. I even will sometimes do some writing of my own. Not everybody knows about that. But,
I we're gonna talk later. I want to see some
yeah.
drafts.
Uh, I've wrote some poems and stuff. Nothing major, but and I've thought of some ideas I need to actually put to paper. So yeah.
It's awesome, man. Like, so how
Yeah.
long have you been writing poems?
Um, since I was like a teenager, so yeah, yeah.
Nice. So love
I was I
poems.
was never I was never very good at math, but writing, I I love to write down stuff on piece of paper. So.
So is it like love poems? Was it
There have been some of those, sure, sure. But I've written other funny poems and stuff like that, and some more emotional poems. So yeah.
nice? And you said you read books besides comics. Like, what are some of the top books that you've read throughout the years?
Let's see. I've read some books. Well, I like to read. I don't know. I like to read books about like some of the like the uh, history of uh, the presidents and you know, back in the old Wild West days and stuff like that. So yeah,
Right on. Right on. Sam, you are awesome, man. This has
yeah,
been a great little chat and stuff. I'm so happy we were able to connect and do this. I'm so happy that you're over on my boy Big Herm's channel and you guys are just
yes,
chopping it up over Marvel. Two things you guys love.
yeah. We do. I think that was a good idea to do that show together because we kind of bounce stuff off of each other and we have a lot of fun doing that. So
We have a lot of fun watching you guys do it. And like you
that's
keep them
cool.
in your spot too. You'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're getting ahead of yourself. Back up,
yeah,
back
yeah,
up.
yeah. I do that sometimes. Yeah.
You keep them on his spot, man. So like, what do you have coming up besides being on Big Herm's channel?
Well, you know, I've been doing these Friday afternoon. Well, Friday afternoon for me at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I will do like at least an hour where I show some show some books and you know try and talk to some people in the community and stuff like that. And then every now and then you might get like a little thing where I'm walking around outside doing some kind of nature or something. Yeah,
Yeah, those nature walks. I know Brother
yeah,
Joe is liking them. He's been watching them
yeah.
quite a bit.
That's cool.
Um, so anything else besides that?
Um, hopefully in the near future, you just might see a BS show. So,
Hashtag bring back the BS show. Come on, Bueller.
yes,
We're
yes,
looking at you. So that has been great, man. I guess
yeah,
this is a little shorter than usual, but we like covered a lot and I delve into it and I can't think of any more questions to ask you or talk
yeah.
about. So we could BS for the next like 15 minutes if you like.
Sure, we can.
Sure. All
Yeah.
right. So what is some of the top hated Marvel books that you don't dislike that you
Wow.
don't want anybody to read?
You're getting me right there. Okay. Let's see. I don't want anybody to read. Okay. I don't know. It seems like okay. I guess I'll go on a little rant. It seems that
Do it.
Marvel,
Do the rant. Let's see it.
Marvel wants to do all these X-Men books, and I don't know. It just seems to me that we don't need that many X-Men books. You could cut them down to half. There's way too many X books. Let's just bring back the main group and have some decent people doing the stories and just come on, Marvel, right?
Let's hear some more. Cut them down.
Okay, okay, cut them. Oh, you want me to cut them down? Okay. Okay. Well, Captain America. Captain America needs better a better artist, I think. Right? Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, maybe it's a good thing because he needs he needs a way better artist. I mean, he's freaking Captain America. Come on. Y- So, um, Fantastic Four, it's doing okay, but it could be better. You
It
know,
could be better.
yes. Immortal Hulk, that's great. And it sounds like we're going to get some more Hulk in the future, and that sounds very good. So.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. What are
Sure.
your thoughts on on Rom V taking over Venom. I'm not sure if you're a big Venom fan. And then you have Donny Cates doing Hulk, not Incredible Hulk, just Hulk.
Hulk. I I've been reading Venom, for the past year and a half at least, and it's very good. And we will see how well it will do once Cates leaves. But I'm more interested in Hulk with Donny Cates because that should be very, very good, I think. So, and you got Ryan. I think Ryan Otley is doing the art.
Yes.
So that should be it. Very good. What are you going to be picking this up?
I'm thinking of it. I'm not a huge reader of Venom.
Yeah.
And that, like, I'll watch the movie. I loved him in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Yes.
But I've never picked up Venom and read it. But Hulk, I think Hulk is the one I am going to go for, even though I do love Ron V with on Swamp Thing, and then Manny Desalela Star is fantastic.
Okay.
I just don't know if I can get into it. I think I might pick up. You know what? I'm going to pick up issue 1.
Oh, okay. Just right now. No pressure. Okay.
You heard it here first. I am going to pick up Venom by Rom V and Hulk by Donny Cates. So yes, Herm, I'm picking up 2 more Marvel titles.
Oh.
I don't pick up a lot of Marvel.
Okay. So I got to be careful with this. Okay.
Like, I'm not saying like I pick it up in trade forms. Like, I just got the trade of Daredevil by Zdarsky.
Ah.
So Bob, yeah. I have Guardian Devil by Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Joe Quesada coming in as well. I
Yes.
Brandon from Comics X Kings does not like that. He thinks that was a bad purpose.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to be the judge of that when I read it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I love Daredevil too. I mean, Bob, we know Bob. Bob loves his Daredevil. Yes.
Bob always has my back. Just saying that. Bob always has my back.
Okay.
So any other exciting news coming up with you, or any news that in the media or in comics that you're excited for?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I have some pretty awesome groups on Facebook. Did you know this?
I did not know this, but
No, wait.
those groups will be added to the description down below, as well as Sam's Tangled Web's YouTube channel. So you guys are going to want to go sub up to him.
Yeah.
Let's get Sam to 1K, guys. He's been doing this for a while. He's a great individual. If you love this video with him and I, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and go subscribe to Sam, and ding, ding, ding. Just like Big Herm likes to say, a notification bell for future videos.
This is very, you hit the nail on the head right there. Yeah.
So you have some Facebook groups.
I do.
All right, let's get into a little bit of those.
I think they're very well received. We have some people in the community that are in those groups. I believe you are in a couple of them. I think, I don't know. But we got Spider-Man. You got a Spider-Man group. Got a Hulk group. Got a Ben Grimm group. My Marvel group, and I got a wrestling group that not everybody knows about. So
I don't know if I'm going to add all of those groups to the description down below, but I'll add a couple. You let me know which ones I should add after we're done recording, and I'll add them as well as your YouTube channel, and of course Big Herm's channel, because you're featured
Yes.
on there on Whiplash Wednesdays, but I think it's changing to Thursdays for a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's changing this week due to some interesting situations happening because I'm going to get my second shot coming up
Oh, that was
for,
last week, because this
yes,
video
yes.
is airing on
Yeah. We
the
don't,
16th. So
so we're talking weird time differences here. I don't want to mess people's brains up here,
we
but yeah.
did tell people that we do like Back to the Future. We got to go back.
Yes. Back to the Future. Okay, there. Yeah.
So you're going to be over on Big Herm's channel later on
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
on the
Actually, I
16th.
am.
What are you guys going to be
This
talking
is
about?
true. Oh man, it's funny you should say that. Yeah, because we're going to be talking about some Marvel books. Yeah, you'll just have to tune in and find out what we're going to be talking about.
You heard it, guys. Go over and tune in, because this is Whiplash Wednesday. We're partnered up with New Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
And so starts off with me, of course, and then it goes on over to Nick Comic Culture drops a new haul video every Wednesday. Then Sam and Big Herm chop it up about Marvel books, Marvel this and that. Sometimes even they might be talking about Image in the 90s. Who knows?
True.
You guys always have to keep the notification bell on and make sure not to miss a single video of ours. And then make sure to hop on over to Tomorrow Cinema's channel, because I'm not sure what they're doing this week, but it's always fun. It's always changing.
Yes.
One week it's comics and manga. Other week it's movies and TV. The next week it's video games. Like, it's always changing. Then also, I am the co-host of the interview night over on Tomorrow Cinema. On June 23rd, we're having Carla Nappi, DP Brown, Christopher Beck. We are just going to have an amazing time. Hosted by Tomorrow, co-hosted by me. We have Sith Lorley, Big Herm Collectibles, Dank Comics. Who else? I picked them all, so I should be knowing who I picked. But we have a group of great people going to be in that panel, so you're not going to want to miss that. And I'm just rambling on about Whiplash Wednesdays.
Hey, you guys have all, and I feel like I'm very happy to be proud of to be a part of this Whiplash Wednesday. Yeah.
You are a part of this Whiplash Wednesday because you're always with Big Herm on this Whiplash Wednesday. So you're part of the Bad Batch. I don't care what anyone says. I'm saying it here now. You're a Bad Batch member. Welcome to the family.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
And as a friend of the channel likes to say,
subscribe for more cool content. Subscribe for more cool content.
I don't know what happened there, but thank you so much for dropping by and chatting with me.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure to pick your brain, and I hope everybody out there liked it as well. Go sub up to this amazing guy. And as always, station and stay nerdy, my friends.